What's up, MLSP? What's going on, guys? Good to see you guys. So we're waiting for Norbert to get on here. And what's going on, guys? How are ya? Been a minute since I've done an MLSP webinar, but excited to be here with you. So let's see what we got going on. What's going on, guys? Say hello in the chat. I'd love to say hello to you guys. And make sure that you can, let me see here. Gotta make sure I'm good to go. Hey, Tony, I'm only a panelist, so if you can make me a host, that would be a good thing.
Yes, 1 second, Trey.
All right, cool. All right, awesome. Okay, can everybody see in the chat also? I don't know if maybe it's locked or what. It might be. Yeah, chat's disabled also, so not sure what we need to do there, but. All right, guys, give us a second here. Hey, Tony, do you know how to deal with that? I'm not sure where that's...
I am looking into that as we speak.
Okay, give us a second, guys. Norbert's going to be on with us. He's running a little bit late, guys. We'll be here in just a second. All right. Well, we'll get the chat fixed for you here in just a second, and we'll do that. So anyway, excited to be on here with you guys. It's been like I said, it's been a little while since I've done an MLSP webinar, and excited tonight to share some cool stuff with you, and share with you some stuff that I've been doing, stuff that I've been teaching a lot of my students. And things that are really working today. As many of you know, I got Norbert texting me here. All right. So as many of you know, one of the things that I love to do is video. Video has always been like one of my mainstays when it comes to marketing online. And it's been a pretty awesome run with video, and you know, that's been really the main avenue that I've built my business for years. So we're going to be talking about some cool stuff tonight. I've got a lot to share with you. We got a lot to run through as well. So you want to make sure that you are, that you are locked in, because I'm going to be sharing some good stuff. So we do need to figure out what's going on with the chat. If not, you guys can use the Q&A, but it looks like the chat is kind of blocked up. Zoom just did an update recently, and I know that it kind of messed with that, so I'm not 100% sure how to fix it. But all right, so if you guys want to go ahead and just use the Q&A for now, I guess that'll be good, and we can just go with it that route. But there we go. Okay. All right. Hey, guys. Okay. So what we'll do is, why don't we just, we'll go ahead and dig right in. If Norb gets here, he can hop on. Definitely want to get right into the content with you guys. What's going on? It's kind of weird looking at the Q&A here. So just giving everybody a little bit of some time to get on here. But so what, you guys ready? You excited tonight for some good stuff? So here's the deal. And I'm going to talk a little bit about this before we get into the slides. And then I'm going to share with you a really good document that will help you a lot when it comes to creating video content and sharing video content. In other words, repurposing that content. One of the things that people don't realize is that when you create content, when you create a video, maybe you create a video for YouTube or Facebook or something like that. The key is that you can actually take that video and turn it into multiple pieces of content. And one of the issues that people have with content is really kind of a time factor. Sometimes people don't know what to talk about. They're not sure what to talk about. And that is something that typically holds them back from creating content. And what happens is when you go down that road and you don't, you're not really sure, you kind of feel overloaded a little bit. What happens is if you just focus on creating one amazing piece of content, you could take that piece of content and turn it into social media posts. You can turn it into short videos. You can turn it into quote cards. You can turn it into all kinds of things. And I'm going to share with you guys some resources tonight to help you do that and to really maximize what you do with each piece of content that you create. So are you guys ready to dive in? We might as well just go ahead and dive in. Looks like we're having still issues with the Zoom. So chat really isn't working. I'm not sure why, but I guess we'll have to deal with it. Okay. So if you want, you guys can post some of your questions and things inside of the Zoom chat. I'm just going to dismiss these real quick so we can clear them out. I'm sure we'll get it fixed in the background. Those guys are working on it. Let me just clear these out real quick. All right. Then we'll get going. Technology is awesome when it works. All right. Awesome. Okay. All right. So let's rock and roll. What I want to do is I'm going to share my screen here, and then I am going to share my slides. We're going to go through some slides for about maybe 20 minutes or so. And then I'm going to share with you a document that I'm going to give you access to that is going to be a checklist for you. Okay. And we'll go from there. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. All right. Okay. Can you guys just put in the Q&A real quick? Can you guys see my screen okay? All right, awesome. Okay, guys, so we're going to get right into it, and we're going to rock and roll here. So we're going to talk about the Video Accelerator Formula. This is what I call it, and it's a way for you to take a simple step-by-step blueprint for creating 30-plus pieces of content in less than an hour per day, okay, or more for more lead sales and signups. And this is a process. It's something, what I'm going to show you is going to seem like a lot, but when you start getting into it, it's actually really simple. Okay. It's not difficult to do. It's actually very easy to do. And I think you're going to like it once you start realizing how powerful it is. Now, one of the things when it comes to creating videos is that videos are by far the number one way to generate leads online. It's the number one way to make sales online. It's really the primary way that you need to focus on creating content. Now I'm going to talk just a second here about why people don't create videos. Now, real quick, in the Q&A until we get the chat fixed. But can you guys check and see, is the chat working? Is it working? Nope. I don't think it is, guys. Chat is still disabled. All right. Nope, still not working. Okay, so anyway, we're going to get into it. We'll let those guys deal with it. But when it comes to creating videos, a lot of the reasons that people don't create videos is that there's a lot of fear there. Now, I want to just ask you guys in the Q&A, just real quick, type it. We'll deal with the Q&A. We'll use that as our workaround for the chat. But how many of you guys on here have not actually started creating any type of video content yet? How many of you? Just put it in there real quick. For those of you that are not. Okay. Me. Okay. So there's several of you, not yet. Okay. Okay. Some of you have done a few. Okay. Gotcha. All right. So what happens is, and I'm going to make a statement here, and it might jar you a little bit. Okay. There are ways for you to still build your business without doing video, but you're making it 10 times harder on yourself if you don't. Okay. And here's the reason why. Video is the connection point between actual reality and virtual reality. Okay. When you are, when we meet someone face to face, there is a connection point there. Okay, we see people. We can see their face. We see their actions. We see their, their mannerisms, who they are, what they represent. And what happens is when we don't create videos, people can't get a sense for who you are. There's only so much you can do that comes through text. Okay, video is that connection point that builds know, like, and trust with people. So if you really, really want to 10x your results, if you want to speed up your results, then you need to start creating video-based content. And I'm going to share with you tonight something that has worked for me. It's worked for many people that use it. And a lot of the big guys that you see out there online do some of these exact same things in order to increase exposure. Okay, so when it comes to creating videos, it's not difficult to do nowadays. Most people also think, well, you know what? I don't have I don't have the equipment to make a video. That's total nonsense. Your smartphones today have some of the best cameras on them that really, really work well. You don't need to have all this top-end equipment. I use a webcam connected to my computer. All right. Now I see somebody here is saying I'm allergic to creating videos. Well, let me challenge you a little bit on that. I would stop saying that. Okay. I would stop saying that and say I'm a video master. Start talking to yourself and get over that fear, because the fear that holds you back from creating videos is something that will stifle your business online. I know because I've seen it happen. Now, I've been doing video marketing online since 2008. I've been using videos to build my business. And ever since then, I have thousands and thousands and thousands of videos online. Don't believe me? Go to YouTube and just type in my name. You'll see videos of me. You'll see videos of people talking about me. You'll see all kinds of things, all kinds of content on YouTube alone from me. And here's the reason why, because I've been very faithful to create video content for the last, 13, 14 years that I've been doing this online. And I started doing videos online. You know why? Because I saw Brian Finale doing them. Back in 2008, when MLSP launched, Brian was really who I considered to be like the video master. He was awesome at doing videos. He cranked out videos like crazy, and he was having major success promoting MLSP and really getting MLSP off the ground. And I knew that if I wanted to be a successful affiliate for MLSP, I had to create videos. And it was all because of video that I was able to hit L5 in MLSP. I got all kinds of free leads. I had people signing up in MLSP, took me all the way to L5. Okay? Free videos that I just created and put out there. Now, one of the things you'll hear, especially for those of us, that are in the network marketing industry, that you hear the word duplication a lot. A lot of people talk about duplication. Well, if you want perfect duplication, create videos. You see, because when you create a video, that video will be out on the internet for years and years to come. All right? For years. And I'm going to kick my video back on here so you guys can see me while I talk. But, I have created videos that still bring me leads from, no joke, like just from years ago. I mean, from, let me see here. Make sure this. Okay, there we go. I have videos out there that are bringing leads in, today that I created 7, 8, 9 years ago. Do you want that kind of lead flow in your business? When we talk about building a business, we talk about having leverage in our business. But really what it comes down to also is, why not create content that sticks online and drives traffic and leads to your business for years and years to come? All right. So let's dive into this. First and foremost, here's what we're going to cover tonight. How to take your existing videos, if you are creating them, and syndicate them all over social media for mass exposure. Be everywhere your prospects are without spending massive amounts of time or having to hire a social media manager. How to create pillar content. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. I'm going to really go into this pillar content that creates, that brings in long-term traffic, leads, and sales. And how to finally compete with the top marketers online who have massive teams of people and spend millions to do what you can do literally for pennies. You just have to give a little bit of your time to make it happen. But here's a fact, okay? And if you haven't heard this before, well, maybe this will be the first time. Content is king. Content is absolutely king online. Now, you can go out there and you can run a Facebook ad if you have the funds to be able to do that. If you want to run an ad, it's a great way to start getting results quickly. You can run Facebook ads for as little as $1 a day. I mean, really, you can do that. But one of the things that I teach my students is that to have a short-term strategy and a long-term strategy, and content, mainly video content, what we're talking about, really serves two purposes. It is a short-term, it's a short-term, effect and a long-term effect. Because the short-term effect is you can drive leads and sales today with video, and then the long-term effect is that when you create videos, they stay out on the internet forever. Okay, and that's the long-term. So the more videos you create, the more you're literally putting hooks in the ocean. Okay, now I want you to think of every single video. Okay, so some of you guys I see are saying, my problem is I don't know what to say. No, I think you do know what to say. I think you're just afraid to say it. That's what I think. And I know because I've worked with hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of people. A lot of you know what to say. You're just afraid to get out there and say it, that you might say it in the wrong way. There's a lot of fear that holds people back from doing videos. And I know because I've taught and trained hundreds, if not thousands of people how to do this over the years. Okay. But just listen, just hold with me. And I'm going to share with you some things that you can do. I'm going to show with you how to lay out a video and what you can do and how you can say it and what you can say. Okay. So, but content is king. And I want you to think of every single video that you create as basically a fish hook in the ocean, okay? Like a fish hook. So every time you create a video, you think of it as throwing another fish hook into the ocean, and that video is out there working for you on your behalf to bring traffic, leads, and sales to your business. So content is king, especially in the short term and in the long term. So you're not getting the whole story though. And here's the key. There are top marketers online with deep pockets that have teams of people that repurpose content for them. I'm going to show you how to repurpose content, create one video, and turn it into multiple pieces of content. Okay, very, very easily. Not hard to do. Just put a little bit of sweat equity in, your own work, and you can accomplish some of these things. So one of the things that I've kind of coined and I've put together, and a lot of people, they want to know, like, where should I start? What should I do? The biggest thing is, where should I focus? So I kind of concocted this thing called the Trifecta Formula, or it's really the Trifecta Framework. And basically it is have one organic strategy, one paid strategy, and social networking is the third part of it. Okay. So the Trifecta Formula or the Trifecta Framework. And my goal today is to really focus in on the organic strategy. So one of the things that when you have an organic strategy is when you're creating, when I say organic, I'm talking where you get free traffic, free leads, things like that. And you do that by creating content, namely video content. Okay. Now, one of the cool things is that if you are going to have a paid strategy also, a real bonus is if you can do the organic strategy and the paid strategy on the same platform. So if you are doing videos and you're creating them on Facebook, you might want to start learning how to run some ads on Facebook. Just very basic, spending $1 a day to start out. Okay. Just to get a feel for it, to kind of understand how it works. That's what you want to do. And if you do that, if you're focused on Facebook, you start throwing in the paid strategy there. And we've got plenty of training for that in MLSP that you can check out. You're on the same platform. So you're not really confusing yourself and going in different places. Now, if you're going to put major focus on YouTube, then maybe you should start learning how to run some YouTube ads. Okay. So you have a paid strategy there as well. And then all of this comes together with social networking. We all need to be doing social networking, connecting with people, talking with people in Messenger, I do that all the time. I'm on Facebook every single day. I'm in Messenger every single day. I talk with people. I get on the phone. That's all part of my business as well, but it's all built upon organic, paid, and social networking. And on the bottom here, you see the personal philosophy, which is really your mindset, is how that affects all of it. That's why your personal philosophy is really the foundation of making all of this work. That's why in MLSP, you have things like the morning wake-up call. You have all kinds of different strategies that you can focus on. But if you're not fixing what's between your ears first, none of it's really going to work. So you do need to focus on working on you as well. All right. So what is organic marketing? Organic marketing is a strategy that generates traffic to your business over time rather than using paid methods. This includes blog posts, case studies, guest posts, unpaid tweets, and Facebook updates. Organic marketing uses SEO, social media, and a variety of other channels to increase brand awareness. So basically what that means is free stuff, free strategies, okay? That's organic marketing. And that's where you post on Facebook. You do all those things that you would normally do every single day to attract people into your business. So let's talk about what is organic video content. So organic is like YouTube videos, okay? Creating a YouTube video, putting a YouTube video out there that really is, and that's what we're going to focus on here is YouTube mainly, but YouTube video is where you create a really awesome piece of content, you put it out there, and that will be the foundation for us, and I'll share that with you here in just a moment. But YouTube Shorts, how many of you guys have noticed that, the organic reach of short video today is insane? I mean, you've got YouTube, TikTok, all kinds of stuff out there. The short video phenomenon is huge. And here's why. I'm going to show you a little bit later too, why I believe YouTube Shorts is a massive opportunity right now if you want to drive traffic and leads to your business. Okay, YouTube Shorts is a huge, huge opportunity that I don't think a lot of people are really paying attention to. And I'll show you why here in just a moment. Okay, Facebook videos, Facebook Lives, TikTok videos, Instagram Reels videos, LinkedIn videos, Pinterest videos, podcasts. That's another great one. Okay, organic video content. Now, you can do a video podcast, but you can also take a video and turn it into a podcast, an audio podcast, and that's something we'll talk about here in just a moment as well. All right. So are you guys with me? I know this chat thing isn't working. I'm not sure why, but hey, so somebody says, what is a YouTube short? Well, are you familiar with TikTok? If you're familiar with TikTok, then it's basically YouTube's version of of TikTok. And they just call it shorts. All right. Okay. So you guys are still there. Good. It's a little hard to interact with you here with the chat not working. But anyway. All right. Cool. So these are all the different ways that you create organic content. All right. So this is what we want to do. We want to create basically a pillar piece of content, a video, basically a YouTube video. We want to get that video out in multiple places. Now, here's the big thing. When you create a piece of content, a lot of people think, okay, well, that's it. I created it. It's done. When actually, no, you've created a piece of content that can be used in multiple places. So if you create what we're going to call a pillar video, and I'm going to talk to you about that here in just a moment. I'm going to talk to you about how to create that. Okay. A pillar video, you put it out on your Facebook page. You can upload it to Twitter. You can put it on Instagram Reels. You can put it in your Facebook groups, in LinkedIn, on Pinterest, YouTube Shorts, audio podcasts. You can actually take the audio out of a video and put it onto a podcast. And then also you can put it up on TikTok. And I usually say put your video in Dropbox or like Google Drive to keep a backup of it. Okay. But why would you want to limit yourself to one platform? So if you're going to be out there and you're creating videos, why would you not take that video and put it in multiple places? You see, you've taken the time, you've created the video, you've created the content. Now what you want to do is you want to put it in multiple places. So that is a huge deal because your prospects, while a lot of them might be on Facebook, a lot of them are also on YouTube. So if you create a YouTube video and you put it on YouTube, then you can come over and put it on Facebook and do all kinds of things to promote it. And I'm going to walk through all of that with you tonight. So, but the biggest obstacle for repurposing content is really time. A lot of people, they seem to have the time. Now I'm going to go out on a limb here and I'm going to challenge you guys a little bit here. And I hope you don't mind. If it ticks you off a little bit, well, good. Maybe you need it. But I think lack of time, quite frankly, is a lame excuse. When people say, well, I don't have the time to do that. No, what you really are saying is that it's not a priority for you. Okay. And if you're saying it's not a priority for you, then what you have to do is you have to make a decision whether you're going to do what it takes to build an online business, or are you going to use the time excuse? Because every single one of us is busy. Okay. I'm busy all the time too. Sure. I do this full time. I got more time than other people, but there was a time where I did not have all the time in the world. I worked for corporate sales and I came home and I worked and I put in the time. So lack of time is really, you have to decide. When I really went on and built my business, there were nights I stayed up till 4 a.m. getting done what I needed to get done. Now, I'm not suggesting you do that every single night. You got to decide what you want, but I wanted it bad. I wanted it really bad, and I was willing to do whatever it took to get there. So if you're going to use time as an excuse, then you really have to get honest with yourself about how serious you are about your business. It's going to be tough. I understand you're busy, but if you really want to build a long-term business, I really believe you've got to start creating content in order to make that happen. Sure, you can go out there and prospect on Facebook, but let me ask you this question, and I can't really see it in the chat, so if you want to post it in the Q&A, go for it. But here's the thing. 5 years from now, do you want to be spending 5 and 6 hours a day on social media? Go ahead, answer that. Do you really want to be spending 5 to 6, 7, 8 hours a day on social media, prospecting back and forth one-on-one with people? Do you want people reaching out to you more? I mean, if you want people reaching out to you more, then creating video content is exactly what you need to do. I mean, look at it. Some of you guys, heck no, hell no. I got a couple hell no's in here. Hell no. No, I'm over it. No friggin' way. I mean, there you go. So guys, if you really want to start getting leverage, you got to create content and find the time for it. Okay. So who here knows Gary Vee? Do you guys know who Gary Vee is? Yep. All right. Yep. Some of you guys know. Okay. Awesome. Yes. Love it. Okay, cool. All right. So Gary Vee, one of the things that I wanted to show you is when it comes to repurposing content, and we really are not getting into the depths of creating videos. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about it, but Gary Vee, here's one thing that he said. Okay. Check this out. This is from some slides, and I'll show you where to get this in a little bit. So he created a presentation on how to make 64 pieces of content in a day. Now, if you go to Google and you type in Gary Vee, how to make 64 pieces of content in a day, you're going to pull up the blog post that this presentation was in on his website, and you can check it out and get into it. But here's what he says. If you're planning to be relevant in business over the long term, you need to consider putting out 100 plus pieces of content every single day. Now, okay, you can work up to that. Don't feel, overloaded here just for the second. Okay. But what I'm going to share with you is how to start moving toward that. Okay. How to get to the point where you start moving toward that. I want you to imagine for a second being able to hire a team yourself to put your content out there for you. But everybody starts somewhere. Gary Vee started creating YouTube videos to promote his wine business. And that was, 15 years ago or whatever. Look at him now. He's like this international phenomenon online. Okay. But he started out just like you. So I don't want to hear this lame excuse. Well, he's already got an audience and he's got this. Yeah, because he worked his freaking ass off. So if you want this, I'm just being real with you and I want to give it to you. You got to go after this thing. If you want this business to work for you, you got to be willing to do the things that will bring you the success. Look at all the leaders here in MLSP. Look at people like Aaron Birch and Diane Hockman and Sean Johnson and so many others in here. If you follow them, what are they doing? They're creating videos. I see Diane creating videos all the time. I see other leaders in the community all the time. Lisa Torres, she creates videos all the time. So what makes you think if you want to reach her level or their levels that you can do anything less than what they do? You got to be willing to get in there and start doing this and get over your fears. And I guarantee you, once you start doing that, you are going to start really building confidence in yourself. So many people don't create them because they're lazy. I'll be honest with you. That's really a big part of it as well. Okay, so check this out. Now he's saying every single day across the 7 to 10 platforms that matter. Okay, so if you haven't noticed, there's more places. Yes, and you're saying to do this with video only. Yes, I am telling you to do that because I'm going to show you how one video in just a moment, how one video can be transformed into all kinds of different content. So just bear with me. We're going to get there. All right. So, but across 7 to 10 platforms, if you haven't noticed, there's more places than just Facebook. Okay. You got Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. There's all kinds of them. Okay. And the thing is most of the content you create can also be uploaded on those platforms also. All right. So here's a fact. You should spend 20% of your time creating amazing content and 80% of the time promoting that content. Let me say that again. You should spend 20% of your time creating amazing content and 80% of the time promoting that content. Most people are just creating. The ones that are out there doing videos, they just, I'm going to do another Facebook Live. I'm going to do another Facebook Live. And you know what? I'm going to do another Facebook Live. So they do a Facebook Live over and over and over and over and over again. And they're not really getting any traction because they're not really promoting any of that stuff. They create a video and it just kind of sits there. And then they're like, well, okay, I need to create more content, so I might as well just do it again. Well, what if you create that one content, okay, and you create that content, and then what you do is you spend the majority of the rest of your time promoting it and using all the different pieces of content to get it out there and really promote it. That's where most people are missing it when it comes to creating video content. So here's 5 reasons you should repurpose that content. So when you create a video, it expands your reach, it diversifies your content, it maximizes your time and effort, and it provides more backlinks back to your content and your websites. Okay, so you definitely want that. You want people going to your opt-in pages. You want to start building that email list, and it creates what's called an omnipresence. So how would you like to create a video on YouTube? Your prospects are there. They see you there. And then they come over to YouTube or Facebook and they see you there as well with your content. And then, they go over to Pinterest. And then guess what? You got Pinterest stuff there. So the thing is it's not hard to do this, but it all starts with creating your pillar video. So this is where we're going to get into a little bit of the nuts and bolts of how to make this work. Okay. And I just want to reiterate to you guys, I have been creating videos since 2008. I know the power of video because I have been using it for the last, 13, 14 years. And I see what it's done for my business. I see what it's done for my brand. I've been doing this full time now since 2012. Actually it's been 10 years. I've been full time 10 years in this internet marketing thing, all because of video. That's really what it comes down to. And so here's how you create a YouTube pillar video. Okay, now we're talking YouTube here. Okay, so your pillar video, and we call it the pillar video because it's the, I'm getting a lot of what is pillar video. I'm explaining that to you. Just give me an opportunity, okay? So what is a pillar video? Your pillar video will serve as the basis for all other content you create for the week. This is where you put extra effort in creating a really amazing piece of content on your YouTube channel. All right. So a YouTube channel. So you create a video. Now, what is a pillar video? It's just a video that you create. It's just a way of describing the video. And it's a really solid, good piece of content that you create. So how can you come up with ideas on what kind of a video to create? In your niche, whatever your niche is specifically, go to YouTube and find the top 10 people in your niche. Okay, the top 10 people, go to their channel, look at their videos tab. When you get to their channel, there's a little tab that says videos, and you can go in there on their videos. And when you look, there's a little thing in the top right that allows you to sort all of the videos that people have. And you can sort them to the most viewed videos. So you can see all of the top videos that the top 10 people in your niche have posted that have gotten the most views. All right. So by doing this, you can then create a list of topics that you know are already popular. Okay. And what you can do is then go and create videos on those topics in your own voice. Okay. So in other words, you can watch some of those videos, take some notes, learn a few things, and then turn right around and create your own video on that topic because you know it's already a proven topic. And then you can put that video out. That is what we call a pillar video. So, and the best way to do that is to create videos on topics that are already hot. Okay. So they're already hot. So, and that's the way to do it. Does that make sense to you guys? It's a little hard to communicate with you guys because of this issue with the Q&A, or with the chat thing. But does that make sense? All right. It makes sense. Cool. All right. All right, good. All right, perfect. So what we want to do here is we want to create that video, and that will be the foundation for what we do when it comes to creating and repurposing the content. Okay, so, all right, for those of you that have no idea on how to create a video, I want you to pay attention. Because here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lay out what I call the 5-part pillar video creation formula. Okay. Now I used to train on this. I used to call it the 4-part video creation formula. But as I have done more and more videos, I've morphed that and I've added in a couple little strategies here and there as I've learned them that have really helped me to get more traffic, leads, subscribers, and things like that. All right. So the 5-part video creation formula is when you create a video, you want to open that video with a question. So what do I mean by that? Let's say you are going to talk about generating free leads on Facebook in your video. So the first thing you're going to do when you kick on that camera is you're going to ask a question. Hey, are you looking to get free leads on Facebook? Well, if you are, in this video, I'm going to share with you the top 5 ways you can get free leads today on Facebook. So stick around. That's a question. Now, one of the reasons that we ask a question when we create a video is because the whole idea of creating that video and asking them that question is to get them into a state of mind that hits a pain point. So your prospects out there, they all have pain points. They have problems that they're trying to solve, and your goal is to solve that issue for them. And you do that by really asking a question and grabbing their attention fast. Now, one of the things that I think is the best way to see how this works is, have you guys ever watched what do you call those? The infomercials, and one of the ones that I always remember the most was the copper pan. You guys remember the copper pan? And the copper pan was like, they opened it up by asking this question, and they show this video of this woman scraping eggs off her pan into the sink. and she's frustrated. And the first thing they say is they show this video of the woman scraping the eggs off her pan. And they say in the video, are you tired of having to scrape pans? Are you tired of cooking food and it sticks to your pan every single time? You see what they're doing? They're asking the question. They're grabbing their attention real quick. Because right away, when somebody sees that, they go, oh yeah, that's me. I hate that. You see what I'm saying? They're pointing to you. They're calling you out the problem that they know you have. You see what I'm saying? So when you start to create a video, your goal is to ask that question in the beginning. I do this with every video I do. Okay, every pillar video I do on YouTube, you could go to my YouTube channel, look at it, almost every single one of them, maybe outside of some of the live ones, I ask a question at the beginning, okay? Because it's meant to grab their attention right away. Then, once I ask that question, are you looking to generate free leads on Facebook? Well, I'm going to show you 5 ways to do that you can do today. They're super easy to do, and you could just go from there. You open it up and you go into it. So once you ask the question, now you can go into what we call the intro. Okay, so the intro is where now I used to switch these around. I used to say intro with a question, where you do the intro first. But I've learned over the years that asking the question first to grab their attention, because people's attention spans today are absolutely nil. Okay. So you have to ask that question very, very quickly to grab their attention. People have, like, their attention span is about 7 seconds. I mean, why do you think short video is so big? Why do you think TikTok is so big? Because it's like short videos for, people's attention spans, they're horrible. Okay. So we got to grab them. And then after you ask that question, then you can say, hey, my name is Mark Harbert. And in this video, I'm going to share with you this. And, so you kind of, hey, my name is Mark Harbert from markharbert.com. Or if you have a website or whatever, you can say that and have an intro. Then once you have the intro, you now have what I do is call a call to action. So this is one thing that I do in my pillar video. So I ask that question, I intro myself, and then I'll say, if this is the first time on your channel, my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, because I put out videos on a regular basis and I want to make sure that you get access to them. See, so that's a call to action to subscribe to my channel. I do this with every video. Question, intro, call to action. The question is meant to grab their attention, hold them, and then go into the intro, call to action, and then you go right into the content. Now I have in here in brackets, use listicles. Now I'm going to explain to you what a listicle is. Okay. I'm just trying to break this down for you to make it absolutely simple on what kind of a video to create. Okay. Now, just because I want to point this out real quick. Okay. TikTok Reels, Facebook Reels, all this stuff is very popular right now. And for a big reason, and we should be leveraging that. But don't forget, there are people that still watch full videos. Okay. It's not like short video. Yes, it is very big today, but there are still people that go on YouTube and watch longer videos. I do it every day. There are times when I just want to watch shorter videos. So don't write off longer videos that they're done. They certainly are not. Okay. So we have a question, intro, call to action, and then we get into the content. Now, a listicle is basically a way, okay, this is a way where you create the content in sections, okay? So let me give you an example. I'm going to show you a video that I created here not too long ago, but it basically is, you ever see where people say, like in this video, we said the top 5 ways to get free leads on Facebook. The 5 is the listicle. You understand? It's a way of breaking the video down into shorter bite-sized chunks. And this is very important when it comes to wanting to repurpose your videos. So a listicle is using numbers, the top 3 ways, the top 5 ways, the top 7, 7 simple ways to do this, 6 ways to lose weight without dieting. See, so you're using a number and you're sharing that. Have you ever noticed, like, you ever watch like the Travel Channel and they'll have the top 10 beach destinations in the US and they count down to the number one? That's a listicle type format. So when you create your content like that, that is, creating content that really works. So a listicle is important. So you want to think through your video a little bit about how you want to do it. You just jot it down, the main points, okay? And then you go through that content and you create that content. And here's the thing, and I want to point this out and I'll talk about this more, but if you've never created videos before, then here's the thing. You're only going to get good by doing more of them. Your first several videos are going to suck royally. I don't know how else to tell you. They're going to be bad. Okay. I have my first video that I did back in, I want to say it was 2008. And it was really, really bad. And it was bad. And I did like 20 takes to get the first one. So your first one is going to be bad, but if you're willing to suck at the beginning to get great, you got to be willing to do it. You got to be willing to go through the learning curve and the process to get good at it. Okay. But you'll get the benefit of it as well. All right. So content, use listicles. This is primarily when you want to repurpose content, you want to use listicles. Next, we have another call to action. So at the end of your video, you want to have a call to action to your website primarily. Okay. Now, if you don't have a website, well, guess what? Inside of MLSP, you've got plenty of links that you can use and share. Okay. You don't have to have a website at this moment. Use one of the, the campaigns, the lead generation campaigns. You can use all those. There's so many in there that you can use right away to build your list. So it's not like you don't have them, but at the end of that video, you want to have that strong call to action. If you really like this content, well, I've got a training for you that will go in depth on how you can do more marketing on Facebook and how you can do this, and this. Click the link in the description, enter in your information, and you'll get immediate access to it. That's your call to action. And then you can say, we'll see you in the next video. Boom, and you're done. You see what I mean? So question, okay, we're going to ask that question. Are you struggling to get leads on Facebook? Well, if so, I've got 5 free ways that I'm going to show you in this video where you can start getting leads today for absolutely no money whatsoever. Stick around. And then, you go into it and you can say, my name is Mark Harbert. And if this is the first time that you've been to my channel, make sure that you subscribe, hit that notification bell because I put out videos on a regular basis and I want to make sure you get access. Can you tell I've said this a gazillion times? There you go. Question, intro, call to action. Now let's get right into it. The top 5 ways to get leads on Facebook. And then you just start going into it. The first way is to this. Go out, go to relevant groups, do this, do that. And let's get into number 2. Number 2 is this, and this. And then number 3, this, and you start going into it and you share your content. Okay. So, and then after that, you have the call to action to go to your website. So this is how you create a video with any topic. Okay. Any topic. What do you talk about? Some of you guys were asking, well, what do I talk about in a video? Here you go. Okay. What are you good at? What's your niche? What are you trying to do? Again, go find the top channels out there in your niche and find the videos that are really getting a lot of traction and create topics around that as well. And your first videos, again, they're not going to be great, but you have to start somewhere. And if you're not willing to start, then you got to ask yourself, why are you even doing this in the first place? I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm just trying to be honest with you. Like, I want you to succeed at this thing bad, but let's get right to the heart of the issues. If you're not doing that, why? Are you fearful? If you are, get some help. Have somebody to walk you through it. Somebody to help you, push you a little bit. You can do it. You absolutely can do it. And I know you can do it. All right. So the 5-part pillar video creation formula, this is for a YouTube video. Okay. That's where we're starting. All right. So now that we've created the YouTube video, okay, let's say we've created our video, we've put it up there, and I'll talk to the guys. Maybe we can do another training on just creating We'll go in more in depth on creating a YouTube video and how to really find good topics and how to optimize it and really put a video up there. Maybe we'll do a training on that in the future, because I think a lot of you guys could benefit more from that. I'm trying to share with you as much as I can here. But there's training in the back office in MLSP where I have trained on this before. So go find that training in the training library. It's there. There's things that I've talked about already from the past years that is very relevant today and how YouTube works. Okay. So a lot of this is not difficult to create. All right. So what I want to do now that we've created our video, let's say we've created our video, how do we get that content out and spread all over the internet for people to find it? So I have put together for you something really, really cool. Okay. And go to markharbor.com/video checklist. There is no opt-in. Okay. What this is going to do is take you directly to a Google Doc that I've put together. Okay. markharbor.com/video checklist. Okay. So I'm going to pull this up. So go ahead and go there, markharbor.com/video checklist. And I'm going to pull this over onto my desktop for you. And this is still a little bit of a work in progress, but I'm going to let you guys get a copy of this as is. I'm not done with this yet. So if you want to save that link, you can save it. And as I get it, but right now you can get this. Okay. But here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you, and we're going to talk a little bit here about how to do this. So the pillar video creation checklist. And these are just things that I've created to give you a little bit of an idea to walk you through. And I'm going to be expanding on this. So again, you can save that link and you can download this at any time. You'll have access to it. But so these are things that you can do. So from a pre-recording, this means basically deciding what your topic is going to be. So when we say SEO research, it's just research your topic. That's it. What are you going to do a topic on? So let me show you real quick. If I go over to YouTube and I find a channel. So, oh, look, there's Diane. She just posted a video. So let's go to Diane's channel. We'll use hers as an example. We'll go to her videos tab and look, see this little sort by over here? You click sort by and we go to most popular and look, we can see which topics on Diane's channel have gotten the most views. So now we can go, oh, sending and receive money via Facebook. Wow. Okay. Now this was done 6 years ago, but so what? There might be people searching about that. So you can now take this video, watch this video of Diane's and go create your own video around that. Okay. We got another one right here. We can go right down the line and look at this. You can do these with all her videos. You can see Diane has been online for a long time, 15 years ago. Okay. She's created a lot of content. All right. So you can do that. You can go down and find the content. Okay. Let's go to Gary Vee's channel. Let's find his channel. So Gary Vee, let's go to his videos tab, click sort by, most popular. Look at this, 39 million views 9 months ago. Look at the topic. Okay. Now he may not be in your niche, but I'm just using this as an example. You can pull up all of these videos and see what are the hot topics that, you want to make a list of. So you spend a little bit of time, find your topics, and then you create your topics. So now we've got our topics. We want to decide what our opt-in is going to be as our call to action. So at the end of the video, where are you going to drive them to? Okay. By the way, on this doc, if you want to make a copy of it so you can edit it yourself, go here to File and just click Make a Copy, and then you should be able to make a copy into your account, okay? And like I said, I'm going to be updating this more. I'm not done with this, but if you want to get a copy, you certainly can, okay? So once you decide what your opt-in is going to be, that's going to be it. You could then create your video title, okay? And what you want to do is, whatever your topic is, let's say, how to get free leads on Facebook. You're going to type that in, and then what you're going to do here is look at some of the top videos and look at the views that they've gotten, how many views. So how to use Facebook to generate free insurance leads. So you could use this style of headline. I mean, guys, take what's working. Don't reinvent the wheel here. Some of you guys are trying to reinvent the wheel. I mean, seriously, so find out which ones are really getting a lot of views and go in there and use their headline structure. Don't use the exact one, but you can use it to get ideas. How to generate leads on Facebook, free method. So there's a lot of cool ones that you can do here. So create your title, create your description. Okay, you can do this all pre-recording so you know what you're going to have. In your description, just start out with a paragraph. It doesn't need to be anything crazy. Yes, there's more you can do, but we don't need to get into that here. Okay, think about what you're going to put on your thumbnail. And the same thing here. You can get these ideas from looking at the top videos. You can create these kind of thumbnails in Canva. Okay, and then create your video structure, which is mainly the listicles, remember? So what are your top 5 points you're going to talk about, or top 3 or top 2 or whatever? Just write it down on a piece of paper and get a little bit of an idea of where you're going with it. Okay. So once you've done that, now you can get into recording your video. Shoot the raw video. If you have any B-roll footage that you want to do, you can do that too. Screen recording, all optional, by the way, all optional. And then take a thumbnail picture to create your thumbnail with. Now, thumbnails with your face in them are the best thing to do. Okay, having your face in your thumbnail is a really good thing. Now, Canva is insanely easy to use. There's plenty of tutorials if you don't know how, but Canva is free and you can use it. I mean, it's really a great, great tool. And I create all my thumbnails with it. Usually takes me about 2 minutes. Okay. So once you've recorded, now you can do a little bit of editing if you choose. If you want to get started, you don't have to edit right away. You can just start creating, some videos and putting them out there and then start editing at some point, if you want to. But edit your video. Optional is you can go over to Fiverr.com and outsource it. Pay somebody $10 or $15 to edit your video for you. You can do that. Upload your final video to Dropbox. Create a Facebook version if you want with a different call to action at the end. That's totally optional though. You don't have to do that. Create clips from repurposing to other platforms. We'll talk about that in a moment. And then create your thumbnail and add that in there. Okay. So that is a process. And again, this is going to be expanded out. I'm going to be making more of a checklist for you here. Okay. But then what we're going to do is I've put together this promotion and repurposing checklist. So once you've created the video, okay, and you'll normally, I'm just laying this out as an example for you. On Friday is when you can create your video so that you can post it on Monday. So posting your video, let me zoom in here a little bit. You guys are probably like squinting looking at what I've got going here. But when I say post your video natively, that just means post it to the platform. Don't post it on YouTube and then share your YouTube link on Facebook. I'm saying upload the video directly to Facebook, not post your YouTube link. So natively just means put it into, upload it to that platform directly. Okay. So first you're going to upload and optimize the final video on YouTube. Okay. And I know this looks like a lot, but this is what a checklist is for. It's actually incredibly simple to do. When you've done this, you can go in here, upload and optimize to YouTube. Then once you do that, you can go right over to your Facebook page and upload it to your Facebook page. Okay, right there, 2 places. Then what you can do is share that video to your story on your Facebook page. Then if you really want to take it up a notch, boost your video to get some added engagement. That's totally optional though. Okay. Next, go over to your Facebook profile and post your video there too. Upload it directly. And then share the video to your story. You see what I mean? Look how simple this is. This is how you start promoting your content. Okay? And then if you have any other Facebook groups that you use, post the video in the Facebook group. You've already created all the description and everything. You can use that exact same description, put your link in there and everything. Post it to your Facebook profile, share it to your story, post it in your Facebook groups, any that you have. Then run over to LinkedIn, upload that very same video on LinkedIn if you have a LinkedIn profile. Then go over to Dailymotion. Okay, that's just a video sharing site that actually gets ranked in Google. Okay. You can upload it there as well. Set up a Daily Motion account, upload it there. That is another maybe 2 minutes to do because you've already created everything. Then run over to rumble.com. Rumble.com, they even have a feature that auto syncs. So if you set that up, every video you upload to YouTube will be automatically uploaded to Rumble as well. And it pulls in your video and it pulls in this description. I don't even go to Rumble anymore. My video content just automatically syncs to it. I don't have to do anything else. It just automatically uploads. There you go. So now it's distributed out on Rumble. So I can take that very same video that I created, run over to Pinterest and do a Pinterest pin. Okay. Then I can upload that video on TikTok as well. Now, just so you know, TikTok just gave you the ability to upload videos up to 10 minutes. Okay. Now, I will tell you right now, yes, short video does much better on TikTok than longer videos, but you never know. You might snag a couple people that like to watch the whole thing. So if it's less than 10 minutes, you can then go over and post it on TikTok. Okay. Now you can take the very same video, run over to Instagram Reels if it's less than 15 minutes, because Instagram Reels just made it available to upload videos that are 15 minutes or less as a reel. So now you've got that content that you can put over there, that same video. Then you can run over to Twitter and upload it to Twitter. Same thing. I mean, look at this. We're talking maybe 5 minutes each to do. This probably could take you an hour tops to do. If you just sit down, crank it out, boom, 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 you're ready to rock. These are the ways, and this is going to be expanded out, but this is a checklist for you, okay? So super easy to do. You can print this out, laminate it if you want, and every day you just check it, bunk, 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 and then whatever you do. So now you've done all that, and heck, if you want to get really fancy and you got time, you can get Tuesday done on Monday. So now what we do, all right, let's check this out. I'm going to go over to my YouTube channel, and I'm going to show you.
If you're looking for more
all right, so we're on my channel. Let's go over here to my videos tab, and I'm going to pull up. Let's say I've got this video right here, okay? Now this
Are you making video?
All right, so this video is a video that I created. If you want to go watch it, you can go see how it's a listicle, okay? And so what happens is, let's go over here, download and edit the video transcript. So here's what we're going to do. Everything stemmed from our YouTube video, right? So now, this is where so many people don't realize it. You've already created the content. You've put the content out there. You put the effort into creating a YouTube video. So you put the effort into it. Download and edit the transcript. Look at this. You go to the video, go right over here. I'm going to zoom in, click these little 3 dots and go show transcript. And look what happens. The transcript shows up right here. Okay. This is the automated one that YouTube did. Now I can go right over here to these 3 dots right up here and then click toggle timestamps. And look, it removes the timestamps. Okay. So watch this. Now what I'm going to do is just grab this. Whoops. Got a little crazy there. And I am going to, whoops. Come on now. And we're just going to grab this. And we're going to copy it. And then what we're going to do is run over to Google Docs. And we're going to create a new doc. And we're going to paste it right in here. And okay, that didn't work. Okay, that's because we got the highlight on here. We're going to say none. There we go. Okay, so now there you go. There's your transcript. So now what you can do, and I'm not going to go through this whole process, but you can just go through and make sure that this is correct. Okay, change it up. I use Grammarly, which does a great job. Break it up a little bit. But here's what happens. This might take you about 10 minutes to go through this. So, but here's what you've got, okay? Like this video right here, 3 ways to instantly create better quality videos. Look at this. I did exactly this. And then what's our next step? Post to your self-hosted WordPress blog and optimize. If you have a blog, look at this. This is a video that I took and used the transcript and created a blog post for it on my blog. See that? This is the exact video transcript. Some people like to read, some people like to watch the video. So I've just repurposed that one video into a blog post. And if you play the video, it goes through and it's basically word for word, but I've made it more to where it reads easy. This took me about an hour to put this blog post together. About that. Okay, it took me about 5-10 minutes to edit this. I went over to my blog, posted it on Tuesday. I took the video that I created that I uploaded the day before. I posted it on here, created the blog post, added in some of my opt-ins and stuff like that. And that was it. Bang, 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 ready to go. I've got my blog post. So there we go. Now I've done my blog post. Now I can take my blog post. Okay. Remember, guys, it's all coming from one video. One video. That's where it started. I'm going to go over to medium.com. Now, if you've never been to medium.com, okay, this is a huge website, gets massive amounts of traffic, and you can do what is called, you can do, they have a little import feature. Okay, now I'm not logged in here, but you go into your account and you can import your blog post directly into Medium, and it gives you a link back to the original article. So a lot of you guys that are into like SEO and stuff, you're thinking, oh, well, isn't that duplicate content? No, it's not. It's because they give you a link back to the original. But here's the cool thing. If you have affiliate links inside of your blog post, and by the way, if you don't have a blog, you can just take the transcript and go over to Medium and post it there on your own. You don't need to have a blog, but you just post it here. And all of that now has all of your links inside of Medium. And this traffic, the traffic on this website is ridiculous. Okay, it's ridiculous how much traffic it gets. But you remember, all from one video. So we've gone to Medium, we checked that off, we've done these. Let's go through here. You know, and if you see this, you can see as you do it, it checks it off. Now we share the blog post as a Pinterest pin. So now you run over to Pinterest, you pin it there, and you put it in your category, maybe another 5 minutes or so. Okay, we've shared it on Pinterest. And if we have an email address, or excuse me, an email list, you should send that out to your email list. Cool. So now I'm going to write an email, send it out to my email list. Boom. Create and schedule 3 to 5 YouTube shorts from your pillar video. Oh. Now this is where we're going to get into the fun stuff. Okay. Are you guys still with me, by the way? This is about, yes, I love what Bessie just said. Work smarter, not harder. That's exactly what this is. Okay. Some of you guys think, oh man, you know, gosh, there's so much to create content. No, create one awesome piece of content, then put it everywhere. You know what I mean? That's really what it comes down to. One piece of content. So here's the thing. YouTube just created a brand new feature. Okay, let me do this real quick. Where is my video? Come on now. Where is it? All right, but they just created a new feature. What? Okay, so this is not working now? Let me see here. I had this working. You know what? Let me turn my video off on Zoom, and maybe that'll do it. Okay, that was it. All right, so now what I'm going to do here, you guys still see my screen okay, right? Right. Where is it? Okay, there we go. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. All right, so can you guys see real quick my iPhone on the screen? Can you guys see my phone? Okay, awesome. Awesome. I love that we're, by the way, the link to that checklist, if you need it, is markharbert.com/video checklist. Okay. /video checklist. All right. So here's the deal. If you see my phone here, here's what we're going to do. This is a new feature that YouTube just added like a few weeks ago. This ought to get you even more excited. Okay. You create the pillar video, you go to your channel, you go to the videos tab here, and look at this. So you create a video, like here's our video right here. 3 ways to instantly create better quality videos. Okay. So there we go. There's the video itself. Now watch this. If you look right here, if you look at my screen, this little create button. You see that? This is, now I'm on an iPhone. I don't know if it's on Android yet. This is on iPhone. I'm assuming it'll be there soon if it's not. But look, you click this create button and look what pops up. Edit into a short. Remember I talked to you about short videos, YouTube Shorts? Well, guess what? They just added the ability to create shorts from your existing videos. Let me say that again. Your existing videos. So if you create a YouTube pillar piece of content and you use it in the way, like I told you, listicles, okay? Listicles, you will have easily, let's say you do 5 listicles in your video. You have a minimum of 5 pieces of content, shorts that you can create from that one video. So I'm going to click edit into a short. Now watch this. How cool is this? Now I got the, okay, volume's turned down. Now what you do is you find it. You can see up here, you have 15. If you click that, it goes to 60. I recommend you set it to 60 seconds so that it gives you a little bit more leeway. So you can only choose right now for a short 60 seconds. But here's what you do. So you slide this across, you find the little section of video that you want to do a short on, okay? You find that little section, keep it under 60 seconds, but find something profound that you've said. When you find it, you know, when you want to share something, you find it, you click next, and then look what happens here. Now that you've done this, okay, so this is a, you know, little weird here. I'm not really paying attention, but now you can add your text to it. Put your text here. Okay, when you're done, you can do this. Then you hit next. And then once you get there, you add in a short caption. You have 100 characters that you can add in there, and you don't need to worry about hashtags. Okay. That's not something that's overly used for YouTube Shorts like it is on TikTok. TikTok, you want to use hashtags for sure, but you don't really need them on YouTube to start getting traction. So you enter in your thing here. So let's say we're saying a huge tip for video creators. Okay. Of course, I spelled that wrong. Huge is spelled wrong, but you guys get my drift. Okay. There you go. Once you've done that, and then you click done, and then you click upload short. Now I'm not going to upload it because that's not a good thing, but here's what we got. Watch this. I'm going to discard edits. We're going to close this out, but I did one prior to this. You can see my face right there. Right? Okay. We'll close this out and start over. Oops. There we go. Okay. So now let me go back to my channel. I did one earlier. Check this out. Oh gosh. Let me see. Okay. No, this one's only got 4 views. I just did this, you know, a couple hours ago before this. It takes about a day. It really takes about a day for your short to start picking up traction. But watch this. Click on the video. Now, look at this. Now, I don't know why that's so bad, but if you look at this, see right here where it says created from Mark Harbert. There we go. I had a bad internet connection or something. But see where it says created from Mark Harbert? If I click on that, look what it does. It actually takes me back to the original video. How powerful is that? Now YouTube added that. And so basically what you can do is you can use YouTube Shorts to power your actual long form content. So now you can chop up that video into smaller parts, get all of that traction from YouTube Shorts, okay? And start getting more views on the actual long form content, okay? Huge, huge deal. And look, some of your videos will do well, some won't. Look, you know, I've got 364 views there. I had one that really took off, got 1.3. But here's what, I'm going to show you one more major trick when you're doing a YouTube short and actually every single YouTube video. Okay, very important is if you look over here, I'm going to pause this. If you go to the comments, check it out. you have the ability on YouTube to put the first comment on your YouTube video, and you can pin it with a link to your website. Okay? This is so powerful. This is how you're going to drive people to your website and get leads. Okay? Mind you guys, this is all from one YouTube video that you created, all these different things we're talking about doing here. Okay? So you put your link to your website and you click on it and it goes right there. You see what I'm saying? It takes them to your website. This is crazy good for generating leads. So you don't have to create massive amounts of content. We're talking one piece, and we've already created like all these different pieces of content. But every video that you do, you want to make sure that you are putting the very first comment on your video, and then you click these little 3 dots over here. See these little 3 dots? You're going to click those, and it'll say pin. You just pin it to the top. So what happens is everybody who clicks into the comment section, they will see that video, that link right at the top. So if you get 1,000 comments on your video, they're going to see that link at the top, every single person. So the likelihood of them clicking on it is very, very high. Okay? So there is a huge one for you. Yes, I'm sure there'll be a replay of this in the MLSP. No doubt about it. All right, so let me close this out. So that is what you're going to do when you, the next day, you're going to go in and create 3 to 5 YouTube shorts from your pillar video. And so we did that, and we're going to post that first comment to pin it to the top. Okay. All right. So let's close this out. We're not done yet. We're not done. All right. Stick with me. You guys with me still? We've been here about, an hour and 15 minutes. You guys can hang. All right. So now on Wednesday, our next day, here's what we're going to do. We're going to create 5 to 15 tweet cards with transcript snippets. Mind you, we're starting from one video. So look, I've created this blog post. Now what are you going to do? We're going to go over to Canva. And we're going to go and let's see. We're going to make a, let's go and create a project. Is that what we want? No. We're going to do a new design. Say we want to do a quote card. So we're going to do like an Instagram post. Okay. We're going to do a square. Okay. So we're going to go over here and we can create with one of these templates. So let's find a template that we like. So boom, let's say, there you go. There's a quote. Now what we can do is go back to our blog post and find something in our blog post, a one-liner or whatever that makes a lot of sense. Many smartphones today have all the capability built right in, so you don't need anything special to get HD quality video. If you have a phone, that works perfectly. So that could technically be a quote. It's a little long, but this is a short little snippet that you could post on Facebook. Like, for instance, you could just grab this little thing. Now I'm showing you quote cards, but you'll do the same thing with quote cards. I could run over to my Facebook account and watch this. Come on, Facebook, load up. So I'm going to go right here and I'm going to say, most people think you need, let's do this. Let's just put this first. Okay. Most people think you need fancy equipment to do videos online. Not true. Here is why. There are lots of cameras out there that you can choose from. And believe it or not, the camera that I use for my videos is just a webcam and it's high quality. That could be a post right there. Did you have to think of anything extra other than the pillar video you created? No, not really. Maybe you add in an extra line to add a little context or whatever. There's a post. Okay. Not hard. So we'll go back over here. You can do this several times. Look, another one. Make sure you're recording in high definition today because it's super important, especially when creating videos for YouTube. There you go. There's another post for you can do tomorrow. You go in there and you go, oh, okay. you know, if you're posting videos to YouTube, make sure you do it in high def. There's another post. And you can do the same thing with other transcripts. You know what I mean? Go over, create a quote card out of something you said in your transcript. I mean, does it get any easier? Does it get any easier? I mean, it's not hard. Really, it's not. It's so easy. You know what I mean? It really is. So you can do that and go over here and create a bunch of quote cards. Then you can post those to Instagram, share it to your Instagram story, put it on your Facebook profile, share it to your Facebook story, put it on your Facebook page, share it to the story on your Facebook page. Go to your LinkedIn profile, post the images there, make a Pinterest pin. I mean, I'll probably add more in here. You can go over to Twitter. I didn't put that one on there. Go over to Twitter and post those on Twitter and schedule them. You know, there's plenty of scheduling tools out there. You can queue all this up to schedule 5 to 15 over the next 7 to 10 days. I mean, all from one video. We're still on the same video. Now, if you really want to, make it big, on Wednesday or whatever day you decide, this is just an idea, optional but highly recommended, do a live stream version of your pillar YouTube video. So you do a live video. By the way, this is another video that you could repurpose, by the way, okay? Do a live stream video and do a live version where you just talk about, hey, I created a new video recently. I wanted to come on here and I wanted to explain and go into greater depth about what I did in that video. And you go in and you talk about it. And then guess what? Once you're done, you got the recording of it. You share that recording to your Facebook stories. You can actually download that video. There's plenty of ways to download that video and then rip the audio from that live video and turn it into a podcast episode where you can now start your own podcast. Not hard to do. Huge. I mean, this is so easy to do. Okay. And then look, for added exposure with your live video, stream to multiple platforms using a tool like Restream, Ecamm, or StreamYard. So now you're going to do your live stream video. Now you could stream that live out to all these different platforms, Facebook groups, YouTube, Twitter. There's other places you can do live videos. I mean, you could pump it all out in one, and now you've got all the video already loaded in all those places. Now you rip it and turn it into a podcast episode. Everything leads back to your website. How long does this take you? Maybe you do a 15-minute live stream. As soon as you're done, you share that to your stories. Believe me, there's so many other places you could share it. You rip the audio from it using a program that just strips the audio out of the video, makes an MP3 out of it. You run over and set up a podcast on buzzsprout.com or Libsyn or one of the other places, and you upload it there and you submit, and now your content's ending up on Google Podcasts, I have one there. It's on Spotify. It's on all the major hosting platforms. And my podcast is all over. So when I upload a new episode, guess what? A lot of them are straight from my videos. Not hard. This all started from one video, guys. And we're adding a little fuel to the fire by doing a live stream, once a week. Then look, you could take your live stream and go back up here and start this part all over again. You want to create a second video or a blog post? You could do that too. Maybe you could take something out, create a smaller blog post or something like that. I mean, just crazy. Now, on Thursday, you can go back to your blog post or your transcript and turn this into a long form post. See what I mean? That could be a long form post on Facebook. So I could come right over here, just go right there. Why do you need high definition video when creating videos? There you go. I could now post that right there. Boom, that's it. There's a post. And then maybe the next day I can go over here and grab this one. Talk about why audio is so important. I can go over here. You see what I'm saying here, guys? Oh my gosh, so ridiculously easy. Whoops. So ridiculously easy. And we just check it off. And then on Friday, you start the process all over again, get ready to create a new pillar video. Now, if you're to the point where it's like, hey, you know what? Time is short. We talked a little bit about time, all right? You got to make sure you're making time. But if you're just to the point where, hey, sitting down and creating and editing a video isn't going to work, then guess what? Do a live stream and repurpose the live stream. You see what I'm saying? Replace this with a live stream, and now that can become your pillar content. If you really want to do it, if you're for short on time and you want to get some out there, start with that, and then start adding in a piece of content where you maybe create it, sit down and edit it. When I edit a video for my video, like on YouTube, it's not hard. It takes me about 20 minutes to edit a video. I have it down to a science, just super easy to do. I've done it so many times. It takes me 20 minutes. Boom, 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 boom. I'm done. I put it up there and I'm rocking and rolling. The more you do this, the faster you get, the better you get. You could do all of this in an hour or less a day. No joke. Some of this seems like a lot, but the more you do it, the faster you're going to get. And if you start using some software tools out there like auto posters and things like that allow you to schedule your content, my gosh, imagine over 90 days doing this, where you're creating 5 to 15 tweet cards from your content that came from one video. After 90 days, guys, you can actually start recycling that content. Post it out on Facebook again. You can start posting it in different things. After 90 to 180 days, you'll have so much content, you could probably recycle it for the next 5 years, and you'd be totally fine to start driving, traffic to your websites. So, what do you guys think? Pretty cool? Pretty awesome? Does that help? And I know there's some questions here. So, what do you mean by live stream? So, I just mean go live on Facebook, go live on social media. Yeah, like a Facebook Live. Yep. And there's some cool software out there that allows you to multi-stream. Okay. So this is a good question. If you guys want to start asking some questions, that's pretty much where we're at. But what do you guys think? I mean, did you guys get some value from that tonight? I know it's a lot. I've given you a lot. Some of you guys aren't even creating videos, so you're probably like, what the heck, man? I don't even know. But the reality of it is this is something that you can use as a blueprint, and it's going to expand out. Okay. So, all right, let me see here. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and kick my video on here. All right. Norb, you there?
Nope, he's not here.
He's not here. What the heck, man? He totally...
Guys, really quick. Wow, I am pumped. Can't stop smiling. What an amazing resource to have. Mark, thank you so much for sharing this with our members. This is incredible. Lots of valuable information dropped here to the guys. Take notes. Mark, what was that link again for that copy of that Google Doc?
So it is markharbert.com/video checklist.
Awesome, guys. Head on over there to that link that Mark just said, markharbert.com/video checklist, and make a copy of that for yourself. What an unbelievably powerful way to repurpose just one piece of content, just one piece.
This is literally not even scratching the surface. There's so many other places you could put this stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, guys, I keep saying it. It doesn't need to be perfect. You just need to start, right?
Yep.
As Mark said, some of his videos were made with just a high tech, webcam, basic webcam to get started. Again, Mark, thank you, guys. Drop your questions in the on the MLSP fan page or in the Q&A. Sorry about the chat. We had some technical issues. Again, Mark, thanks for being on, man. We'll have a moment for Q&A, and we'll wrap it up.
Yeah. So I did see a question here too. Debbie's asking, how long is your pillow video? They're all different lengths. Honestly, there's really no set thing. However, if you want to be able to put your video on certain platforms like Instagram or TikTok, you need to make sure it's within those parameters. So you want to keep that in mind. But like I said, TikTok literally just opened, at least on my TikTok profile, you can upload up to 10 minutes now. If it's not on there, it will be probably very soon. You can upload a 10-minute video. Obviously, that's a long video. Short video does better on that platform, but still, they're making it available for a reason. They want more long-form content. So, so there's really no set length. If the content's good, just share it and get it out there, Yeah, this was great. I was hoping for some info on the automation aspect of some of this. Well, there definitely is, and we're going to be talking more about that. I know Brian, I was talking with Brian a little bit. There are some softwares that you can use to certainly help automate a lot of this. But the cool thing is, when we do some training on that, you're going to be able to sign up for the affiliate programs of those softwares and, add those in. That's potentially what we're talking about. So, but this is just laying the foundation, guys. But, if you want to do some of the automation on some of this, I recommend doing it manually first so you understand the whole process, and then you can look to start automating it.
Mark, someone asked about what kind of call to action should we be using in our email list? Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah. So, like, for instance, if you are, depending on the topic, so let me, real quick, I'll show you. Let me log into MLSP here real quick. And then I'll show you kind of a thing that you can do that will really help on this. So let me share my screen again. 1 second. All right. You guys see my screen again? Tony, you see my screen okay?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, okay. So one of the things that you can do is go into your MLSP back office, go under my websites, and then like here you have the generic lead generation campaigns. Okay. So you have all of these links. So let's say you are in the health and wellness niche. Okay. And you're going to share something that has to do, you're going to share something in your video that has to do with weight loss. All right. The best type of call to action is to send them to something that is in line with what you're talking about. You understand? So it's like if I'm talking about YouTube in my video, I don't want my call to action to be about Facebook. Hey, and this is how you can really do great stuff on YouTube. And if you want to pick up my Facebook marketing checklist, you see what I mean? There's a disconnect there. They came in listening because they wanted to hear the main topic you were talking about. So you've got all of these in here that all different topics. Okay. This is just, all of these. So you got, look at this one, get pro prospects on LinkedIn. So maybe you want to do a video about LinkedIn, and then you can go in here and go to the custom lead gen campaigns. Maybe you've got some in here that you've set up. Okay. So my point is you've got places to send them right here. 10 tips to get 50 leads per day, prospecting training. Registration pay, that's your webinar. So maybe you want to do one about the Wednesday webinars. Maybe at the end of it, you're kind of generic in the way you say, hey, and every single Wednesday at 8:00, we do a live training. If you want to register for this coming Wednesday, click the link in your description. Now, like if you're going to use that one for a call to action, what I would say is don't be specific to what's being taught that week. If you just say, hey, every Wednesday we're doing a training on marketing that'll help you get more leads, traffic, and sales for your business, click the link in the description, register for this week's training. That way it can be more evergreen in a sense. Because if yours is, hey, this week we're doing this training, but then, next week that video is now irrelevant with the call to action because the topic has changed. You see what I mean? So think ahead a little bit, make your stuff more evergreen, but the key with the call to action is have something that's in line with what you're talking about. Like this video, like let me give you an example here on this blog post that I've done. 3 ways to instantly create better quality videos. I have a PDF that I created that's it gives you 101 topics for video creators to create videos around. So I have this, it's in line with the topic. Do you see what I mean? I'm talking about videos and I have a download for that specific thing. You understand? So it's in line with the main topic. Hope that helps. All right. You see any others in there, Tony?
Let's see here. Dina Solomon asked at about 8:05. I'm not sure where you were in the webinar, how to transcribe the YouTube video to get the transcription.
So what you do is I just pull it right out of here. So if you go to the video and you go right over here to this little 3 dots and then click show transcript, it'll then pop up over here on the left. So see,
You're not sharing, Mark.
oh, I'm not. Okay. That's right. Thank you. I forgot that I turned it off. Okay. You see my screen now?
Yep, you're good.
So what you're going to do is if you go right over here to the video, these 3 little dots, and it says show transcript, and you'll notice that it pops up right over here on the side. So if I click that, boom. And then you can toggle on and off the timestamps. I turn them off so that I can then go in here and just copy it like that. Okay? You can just copy it real easy and then do your thing. Edit it up, make it look real good. Super simple.
Very cool. All right, guys. Any more questions for the video man over here, Mr. Mark Harbert? Again, thank you for coming on. This has been such valuable information. We appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
Any other questions, guys? Again, sorry about the chat. I know it's a little weird.
Yeah. Looks like you guys got a lot of good stuff. I definitely, if you guys want, post in the Facebook group. If you guys have more questions, post in the Facebook group and just tag me, and I'll come over and answer questions for you. I'll be up for a little while. And so I want to let you guys off here. But hopefully you guys got some value from that tonight. Look, let me leave you with this. Let me turn off my my screen here. Let me just leave you with this. Like, don't make this more difficult than it needs to be. Okay. I gave you that checklist. You can check back on that, whenever you want, because I will be updating it and adding more to it. I just worked on that today to put that together for you. So it will be, more expanded here soon, but don't make this more complicated than it is. The best way to start doing video is just start doing it. Like, stop with the overanalyzing, stop with needing to know all the details before you do it. Like, all of that will come. Okay. It will come, but you got to be willing to make a few sucky videos to get good at making good videos. So, really just get in there, focus, get yourself going, start creating some videos, and heck, use a Facebook group. If you want to create a couple, and then, I don't know if it's okay, Tony, for them to just put a link, and tag me or whatever. I don't care. I'll help you guys, give you some feedback and whatnot. But it's really to a point where just don't overthink this, guys. Keep it simple. Go out there, create the content, and you're going to get better the more you do it. And you can use that checklist to start using those things to, get your content out there and repurpose it in many different ways. So hopefully you guys got some value tonight. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming out. And anything else, Tony?
No, man, I think we're good. I think the biggest message here is just don't overthink it. Just keep it simple. My biggest takeaway is, and every time you guys share something out there, make sure that your call to action is congruent with what you're out there putting out there. Yep. This isn't hard, guys. Just got to do the work, and the long-term reward is, what it is, right?
One last time on the checklist, guys, because I see a couple of you asking. It's markharbert.com/video checklist. markharbert.com. Let me just one last time here, Tony, before we go.
Sure.
Share my screen. Whoops, not that one. Where is it? There we go. There you go. markharbert.com/video checklist. Go there. It will take you directly to the Google Doc, and then you can go up to make a copy of it. If you go here, once you get here, just go up to File and then make a copy, and then you can copy it into your account. So there you go.
All right, guys, there will be a recording for this. Give us a couple of days to get it up. Mark, again, thank you so much for being on. Round of applause for Mr. Mark Harbert tonight. Excellent information shared. And the words of world famous Brian Finale, this webinar is a wrap. Everyone have a great evening, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you guys. Have a great one.